We're going to be just fine because we got the Doppler 2 million. So,
well,
we're all safe.
As far as the weather goes.
We got to let Patrice on this latest thing.
Well, yeah.
I was reminded because they just showed the forecast for New York, and I guess we're going to have rain through
lousy weather all week
3 or 4 days, maybe 5 days, and
George Bush's fault.
You know the weather.
Freedom.
The weather guys just showing that the news is a joke. You know, now they're trying to outdo each other with their weather machines.
Iraq and Al Qaeda is trying to take away our Doppler radar. and how are we supposed to know if we can go on American picnic if it's going to rain?
I remember when this
fucking moron.
I remember when this first started. Like one local news station, they came up with what's called the Doppler.
The Doppler, yeah, and then Channel 2 had the Doppler 2000.
Yeah, but I'll be honest, the first time, I think it was the Today Show, maybe it was with Al Roker or something, I saw the Doppler, and I'm like, oh, wow. Oh,
let's go to our Doppler radar. Ooh, Doppler.
And I was like, okay, so I started following that channel a little more closely.
Yeah.
And then every station got the Doppler. So then what do? So then you start naming a crazy thing.
They went to the Doppler 2000, which was like, fuck, how are we going to beat that? Well, then Channel 4 went to the Doppler 4000 because they're Channel 4. And then Channel 7 here, which is ABC, went to the Doppler 7000.
That's
now, obviously, the Doppler 7000 is so much better than the Doppler 2000.
Of course.
So now what did Channel 2 do?
Well, they can't do much because it's 2000.
It's 2000, right. What they...
Wait. Actually, I got the audio.
Oh, you did?
Of this? Is that going to help you?
Yep.
Okay.
Here's what they finally did, and it pretty much ends the whole Doppler fight.
Or does it?
If you're watching Channel 2 Weather Team, you'll see Storm Tracker. This goes a step beyond Storm Tracker. You see us with Viper, and this actually takes us one step beyond Viper. So Storm Tracker, Viper, live Doppler 2 million, we have you covered.
You just said it, live Doppler 2 million. They actually have now the Doppler 2 million.
How do you beat that?
Now, how do you beat the Doppler? You can't. You'll just look silly if you go 4 million. They went from 7,000, which was like the top one here in New York, to 2 million. They didn't even try to go like 10,000 or 14,000. They went to 2 million.
2 million.
Do you know how silly NBC would look if they went, well, we got 4 million? Everyone would go... Now you're just playing.
By the way,
semantics.
We threw out an assignment America, by the way.
Yep.
And so far, we haven't gotten many in yet, but we want to know what they're calling your weather machine in your city or town.
Everyone uses Doppler, but it's what you put before or after the Doppler.
Yeah, we'll
get
into this in a second, but we want actual audio of your news team talking about the weather machine and what it's called, okay?
Yep.
I got one more clip of the Doppler 2 million here in New York.
Now entering the ring, 1 million watts, the most powerful radar on TV, and the CBS 2 Weather Team with the live Doppler 2 million forecast. Introducing Craig Allen, Jeff Bellinelli, Audrey Puente, Dave Price, and John Boleras.
Yeah.
What horrible newscast.
That music is great.
Yeah.
That's the Doppler 2 million team intro.
The weather team? Or the whole news team?
I think it was the whole news team, but focusing on the weather machine.
And now, the most important people ever on the face of the earth. With the Doppler 2 million.
Well, the local news is starting to sound more and more like, an SNL skit every day. That sounded like it could have been on SNL over the weekend.
Doppler 2 million.
Oh my God! I named my balls.
The Doppler 2 million. They suck on my Dopplers.
Get on them Dopplers, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, we can win, man. Awfulness.
It's gonna effing rain.
Yeah.
So in front of me,
I don't turn this song off, by the way, when it comes on in my car. I will sit and sing with it. Rise it up, out on the street. Take my time, take my chance.
you feel like you could get things done.
I could get things done.
I can get things done in my life.
I'm running, and I'm unsure of myself right now. But by the end of the song, I know I can win.
I'm going to start that exercise program.
Yeah.
Today, man.
Right. I got the eye of the tiger.
Let's say hi to Bill in L.A. Bill, what's up?
Yeah, they got a radar called MOAR in Oklahoma City, mother of all radar.
Stop it.
You're lying.
No, I'm not lying.
You gotta be lying.
No, I'm not lying.
The mother of all radar. All right. Well, I don't know if that's true. God, I love that music, man. Well, we have actual weather machine names from around America.
Oh, yeah.
We're building on this list, but so far in Cleveland, they have the following. WKYC, Channel 3, has the triple Doppler.
Triple Doppler. 3 of them.
But Channel 5 in Cleveland has Doppler 5000.
Piece of shit, dated piece of shit, because we got 2 million.
Triple Doppler or Doppler 5000? Who wins that battle?
Triple.
Why?
Because the triple is at least 2,000 each.
How do you know?
Because 2,000 was like what they started with, the Doppler 2000. If they have the oldest shit ever, they at least got 6,000. Whatevers.
All right. And then Channel 19 in Cleveland has Storm Tracker Dual Doppler XL.
Beats triple Doppler, even though it's dual because it's XL. XL's always better.
So which is the best one in that?
Storm Tracker Dual Doppler XL.
Beats Doppler 5000
and triple Doppler.
And triple Doppler.
Yep.
So Channel 19's leading in Cleveland.
They win with the
their
XL.
weather machine. How about Minnesota? Channel 11 has Skyscan 11.
Isn't that a helicopter?
Skyscan?
Skyscan.
That's just some dude named Fred looking up at the sky.
Well, let's go to the Skyscan, eh?
What do you see, Fred?
Well, it's a little cold up here. Let me tell you something, Margie.
All right, and then Channel 5 in Minnesota has SkyMax 5.
SkyMax 5.
So is it Skyscan 11 or SkyMax 5?
They're both losers.
Max is kind of a gay name, though. Who wins that battle? Skyscan 11 or SkyMax 5?
Based on
SkyMax.
Yeah, name alone.
You like SkyMax?
SkyMax 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just has a better ring. Skyscan 11 is just too goofy.
Oh, wait, we continue with Minnesota. We got 2 more. Then they have Live Storm Stalker 59.
Storm Stalker? That's kind of scary. I like that.
And finally, the last one in Minnesota, First Alert Mega Doppler Radar. Who wins that battle?
First Alert Mega Doppler.
Mega Doppler's.
Hold on, I'm going to get
That is pretty big.
I'm going to give you all 4 again. You guys tell me what station is in the lead in Minnesota. Skyscan 11, SkyMax the Max 5, Live Storm Stalker 59, and First Alert Mega Doppler Radar.
I got to give you the background music of SkyMax 5.
WHO with the First Alert Mega Doppler Radar. That's what I think wins.
Yeah, Mega Doppler.
Mega
Doppler radar.
Mega's rough.
Mega Doppler Radar.
With background music.
Yeah.
The radar.
Thank you. Yes, here I am with the Mega Doppler Radar Outlook for today. Let's go to the Mega Doppler Outlook Radar screen.
Yeah, Mega Doppler radar is bad
All right.
news.
We go to Connecticut. There's a big battle for the ultimate weather machine name in that fine state. You got Channel 8, SkyMax Doppler.
Now they're ripping off Minnesota.
Yeah. Hoo-hoo. Channel 3, Early Warning Doppler 3000.
I like that.
Yeah.
How about the Doppler 12,000 Storm Track?
12,000 Storm Track. And track, they leave the K off.
I like the next one.
That's a good one.
How about the Power Doppler?
Power Doppler wins.
Power, but then there's Ultimate Doppler.
Nah, Power Doppler.
The Ultimate Doppler sounds like something you get at Denny's.
Yeah, it's
I
just,
love the Ultimate Doppler.
Ultimate Doppler. Yeah, it just sounds like, and put some onions on that, please.
So you like
Power Doppler.
You like Power Doppler?
Power Doppler.
I gotta go with Doppler 12,000.
What about
Storm
Early
Track?
Warning Doppler 3000? No? Nothing?
I don't think that doesn't have
All right, we
How
move
makes
on.
sense. Early warning.
Because it's too hard consonants.
We really got you guys got to tape your local weather and send in the clips. We got to hear them actually, saying this shit.
Power.
All right, let's move over to Columbus, Ohio. They have the Forewarn First Doppler 4.
Forewarn?
Forewarn.
Whoever came up with that at the meeting should have been fired.
Fired, so fired.
People don't understand. That's why power, because you can go pow dop.
Pow.
The pow
dop. Ooh, that's good. Cut Doppler down.
You know what I mean? The pow dop 10,000. You know what I mean? You could just do things with that.
Yeah.
And then CBS 10 has Dual Doppler 10. Boring.
Ooh.
And then they have another station has Pinpoint Doppler.
Why would I want that?
God,
That's
they
one out
suck
of
in
those?
Columbus.
I think dual Doppler gets it though.
Yeah.
Dual
Just
Doppler
out of
10.
process of elimination.
Yeah, dual Doppler.
All right, what about, there's one in Montana. Storm Tracker Weather with Doppler Net.
Doppler net.
The fuck
Like the
is
net
that?
thing, but
All right. Moving
Philly?
on. Philly. We got Storm Tracker 6, Doppler 10,000, Mega Doppler 3.
You got to go with Doppler
Hold on.
10,000.
We got a couple more. Storm Chaser 13 Digital Doppler times 3.
X3?
X3.
If that's X3, it wins hands down. Anything with X and a number. I don't even care if you're talking about Doppler. Airplanes, cars, anything with X and then a number. Oh, my God. I get my money and a note back. There is no apple cake. Again?
Uh-oh.
I'm outraged.
You ordered that like an hour ago.
How long ago did I order that?
Anthony.
Well, how many did you go to?
I went to the one across the street, then I went to 53rd, and then I went all the way to Rockefeller Center.
Oh, my God.
Went to Rockefeller Center?
No apple cake.
No apple cake. So you said you wanted it, and I looked, and
Yeah.
Why?
All right. You know, I come in, and a man, all he wants is a good wage and some apple cake. And now by gum, I've got to get me some apple cake. I'm entitled.
Wait, is this Power of 5? Is that one too?
Well, yeah, then we got Power of 5 Radar Network.
Power of
I
5.
like that one. That
sounds a little religious.
Yeah, like a,
You know?
So in this group, it's Storm Tracker 6, Doppler 10,000, Mega Doppler 3, Storm Chaser 13 Digital Doppler times
X3.
or times, yeah, X3.
I like that one.
And then Power of 5 Radar
I like
Network.
Power of 5. That really is like jerking your own self off. With the Power of 5 radar.
You know they got a song for it. and
We're
everything.
not Doppler. It's like, and we ain't no Doppler.
Not your ordinary Doppler.
Because I bet you it is religious because Doppler does sound like something really sexual. All that Doppling.
Doppler. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I
The
Doppler.
Power of 5 radar is like, we're not going to even stoop that low.
We said it last week. One channel should just go on and say, fuck the Doppler, we have God.
God. And it could be like an acronym for something. And D could be Doppler.
Yeah.
So we have your something G-O Doppler. You know, and that would be, we're going to look to God. Here's the God forecast.
Right.
Why hasn't someone done that yet?
Why can't we think of a word that starts with G that would make sense in this bit?
not Doppler.
All right. Raleigh, North Carolina checking in. It's Joe. He goes, okay, in Raleigh, we have First Alert Doppler and Doppler 5000. Fucking bores around here. Not happy with their Doppler names in North Carolina there. We have a few more. We got to get the audio, though. You guys got to help us out and tape like the local news for us. We want to hear these guys spew this shit. Dave, Texas, what's up?
What's up, man?
Hey.
We've got the Viper Max 6000.
Viper Max 6000
Viper's
sounds
big.
really
That's big.
cool.
That's big.
Viper's a great name for something.
Well,
For
when
anything
the radar
again.
detectors came out, they started with the Viper thing.
Viper.
That made it very impressive, right? Let's say hi to Tom from Reading. Tom?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Big fan of the show.
Thanks.
Ours down here is the Ben's Mule Doppler.
You
It's not.
Ed in Kansas, what's up?
Hey, listen, we've got high-definition Doppler radar.
What the hell is that?
Yeah, KSNW in Wichita. Believe me, I will get you the audio. I will run audio this evening when they run
Aren't
the
they
goddamn...
all high definition?
Yeah, please.
They're all, by the way, the same goddamn thing.
Yeah, you guys, this is an easy assignment for you guys. Just tape your local news and let's hear what they say.
I will.
And send it in.
I'll get you audio.
All right, thank you. We want to hear these things. It's much better if we hear the actual audio. Adam, New Orleans, what's up?
Hey, we have the Super Doppler 6000 down here, and we got some other bullshit with, pinpoint things like that, but nobody said Super so far.
Super. That's a good one.
Super's all right.
Is this true? Joe from Orlando says they got the Dirk Doppler.
All right.
Yeah, we want to hear some audio, though, of the guys. Because it is great with the background music and how much drama they put into their weather forecasting. When they bring the guy up, it's his most important, 30 seconds in his day is when he's going to be up in front of the camera with that little thing in his hand that he clicks around with.
Rob from Whackbag. Hey, Ant, I'll see your Doppler 2 million and raise you Doppler to infinity and beyond.
I'm all in, Doppler.
When I was young, I had the pop and lock Doppler. The
pop and lock
pop and lock Doppler.
Some suggestions. Good old Doppler, for God. I don't think that would be good.
Good old
Let's
Doppler.
go to our good old Doppler. And this guy, Global Outlook Doppler.
Oh, I like that.
Not bad, but it's got to be a little more localized. I don't think Dopplers are very global.
Right.
For your outlook.
All right. What is ROF on the screen right now?
Uh-oh. Rough.
ROF.
Is that the weather? Seismic monitor. Region of fucking...
But stuff is happening all the time, right?
Well, yeah, there are about
ridge
1,000
of fire,
earthquakes a
or
year.
rim of fire, they call
so,
that.
by the way, if
That's
you're
all
a
the
psychic,
faults
you should be able to predict
in the Pacific.
An earthquake. It's almost 3 a day.
Oh, God, the science guy. Bill Nye, the science guy with his bow tie.
K2 in these places, that's the border or the boundary between these two enormous
CNN is claiming that the planet is angry.
The Earth is built.
Yes,
and is you're gonna try not to get into God about this, but this is the kind of stuff that gets into religious. You got to argue religion about this because it's looking bad for Earth right now.
But it's not you know what it is though. It's not. You can't look at this and think it's religion. You can't look at this and think it's religious. You got to look back at when people wrote the shit in the Bible and stuff and think they thought it was religion.
Right.
So they wrote it down like, oh, God did this. Meanwhile, you learn later on, no, it's just this big ball of mesh we live on, just kind of yawns every so often and scratches its back.
It's just trying to shake some fleas.
Yeah, shakes fleas like the wet dog.
Just trying to shake off some fleas right now.
I never knew how much how awesome the Earth was until I just was on a cruise ship, just floating on the Earth, floating on water, and just going. Like, first of all, you stand on the edge and you just want to jump in.
Yeah.
Because that's how powerful it is. You just want to just die when you see the ocean.
Yeah.
You just go, let me just die because this is too scary.
It's too big and I'm too small.
Yeah, and it's just like you just know the Earth can just kill you anytime it wants, man.
Do you know what a speck you are on that boat? That huge casino, fucking a floating hotel, standing up, it's as big as the Empire State Building, and you are a speck that isn't even distinguishable. You cannot see little tiny thing. That a little wave
there, you think it's
a wave that would be the hugest, sickest tidal wave that would swallow that boat like nothing. Wouldn't even be a ripple.
Easily. It's just like standing over the edge. At night, I had to just step back, close it, curl up like a little baby, and know that I'm nothing. Because that's how the ocean makes you feel.
What cruise line you go on?
Some goofy thing I did for like Comedy Central. I think it was the old people one, not Carnival, but the one that old people go with their families.
Royal Caribbean?
Royal Caribbean,
That's the one I went on.
And
I love the Royal Caribbean.
It's creepy, dude.
Yeah, you get it going on the balcony at night?
I just go out there, you hear something calling you in. That's why you know those sirens when they say
sirens.
It's just that something calls you to jump in the water.
And you see the little, like the white foam from the boat, and it's so, like, quiet. All you hear, because you don't even hear the engines of the boat anymore. These things are amazing. But you hear the actual ship going through the water. So you hear like a hissing whoosh, whoosh sound, and just nothingness.
It's creepy, man.
And it's totally dark. You look out to the horizon,
and
you're looking anything.
For, like, hundreds or thousands of miles of
but
just more water.
Blackness of water.
You get freaked out in those situations where you just want to go back inside.
Yeah.
To feel like that your life really is important, and you'll go listen to that singer hack up Titanic, just anything to make you feel human again.
Sit out there
like your life is important.
Just go, let me just die now.
Right. Don't ask me why, but the first cruise I took, you ever look out over that ocean with night vision goggles? It's hysterical. It is really creepy. But just don't ask me why I had night vision goggles.
Why? We gotta ask, obviously.
See, the balconies are very dark at night, and people tend to have sex on them.
Oh, so
and with the night vision, you could see people.
Did you get to see stuff
on there?
See, this is fantastic. Now we're getting somewhere. I really appreciate how bad you make me feel because I mess with prostitutes.
Yeah,
but the real creepy shit just came out. Night vision. You are a covert pervert. covert Persian.
I brought it because I just wanted to see what the ocean at night kind of the look of it.
You just said why you brought it.
But then you realize, because I had never been on a cruise before.
You discover other uses.
I had no idea that the balconies were set up like they were, or that you could see that. I just brought it to see at night into the ocean.
And you can't just look. You had to lean over over the ocean with night vision goggles and probably a clamp to hold itself to the top.
They can believe he's a window washer.
I'm rappelling down the side of the ship.
Anthony brought a whole SWAT kit.
He's like Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible.
Yeah,
just to see some fucking.
He landed on somebody else's
down.
balcony and just took his little thing off and said, "Pardon me, ma'am," and just walked through the room.
It was just an extra perk that having the night vision goggles with me. I didn't go there going, I'm going to look at people or see what happens at night.
So you don't think God just has anything to do with this stuff?
Nah, I think it's all
I
just.
don't know.
I think it's the chicken egg chicken thing. It's one of those things where people think it's religion that's happening now, but the fact of the matter is this shit was happening back then, and they saw it as religion.
I think the planet's a living organism.
It's a planet.
And
This whole thing is alive.
Think an asteroid? Think one of those big ones going to hit us soon in our lifetime?
Something could screw up. What if the sun just goes out?
That's what.
Why do we think that fucker's got to stay lit the whole time?
there's plenty of hydrogen fuel to burn for many years, and slowly it'll grow. And
It's like, how the hell do you know?
What if one day, poof,
right,
it just goes out tomorrow?
why not?
Well, all our calculations say that.
right.
But there you go, trying to be God. And he just,
If you think
We know that there's a lifespan of at least our sun is middle age right now, and it'll last for another 10 gazillion years, and then slowly grow, and then.
if you think your life means anything in the end, go to the Grand Canyon for a reality
That's a good
check.
one, too,
For
yeah.
a fucking reality check. Me and my brother, we hiked all the way down to the bottom and back, down to the river and back. And you go down, and you'll hear some of these experts on their mules with the people that are on the mules with them, and they'll start explaining shit. And they'll say, "You see that part of the wall? Now you got to remember this thing drops down miles, right? But they'll point out a piece that's maybe I don't know, maybe 20 feet thick, and they'll basically say, yeah, that took about 100,000 years to erode. And then you look from that point all the way down like miles, going,
Did you ever
you
watch
ain't shit. We ain't shit in the end.
You know, it takes about a year for them to start making documentaries about all the thing that's like. New Orleans documentaries are coming out already, but the real good tsunami ones, and the explanation of just what happened.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
the pressure, and then it just the Earth just moved.
Yeah.
And everybody died. Right. They said that it stopped. The Earth stopped spinning for a second. It was so powerful. That
Yeah, kind of
tsunami
wobbled a
earthquake.
little bit. Yeah.
That creeps me. It's like you just go, how can?
Yeah.
You just go, damn. You just sit there and you just say, how do you keep going when you know the Earth can just take it? Knock you out of here.
I was in a rainforest in Seattle, Washington. Well, it's actually not Seattle, but in the woods there. The whole rainforest. And we were hiking around, right? And you see trees that are as big as this room in thickness. All right, so what is that? At least 20 feet
25.
across? You see trees, you can't even comprehend how long it took to get this big,
Right.
right?
A little sapling.
Right, it started with
At
like
some
just
point.
a little seed somewhere, right? And these things are massive. They're saying some of these trees, I don't remember exactly, like 400 or 500 years old, right? And then you see these same trees in other parts of the forest that fell down. Okay?
Right.
And this is where you realize you're nothing in the grand scheme of things. You see trees now that are growing out of these rotted trees that have been growing out of the rotted trees for easily 100 years.
Yeah.
It's why I mean, and I'm just like learning that all them fires we worry about. That's like that's nature's. Nature does that.
Yeah.
We need fires right now. We just need to burn up some
Yeah,
shit.
got to burn some of this away.
This has to go.
Yeah.
We have to
First
burn
time
it.
someone told me that.
Lightning hits, it starts a
Time to
fire.
go. Gotta burn.
The first time someone told me that Earth was a living organism, I laughed, like, shut up. But you really start to pay more and more attention. And it's the truth. And
This
in the
would be
Matrix,
if we were smoking pot, we'd
Yeah, I
be
know.
freaking out stories.
What in the Matrix they said
we're all
we're
paranoid.
in the Matrix they say what we're the cancer of Earth or whatever.
Yeah.
We're just little cancer cells.
Yeah, we're like a
trying
virus.
to destroy
Us.
Earth.
We're just a virus crawling around on this thing. You know? We're just like this living bug that's fucking everything up. But you know something? In the scheme of things, we're not doing shit. Like people, we got to save the planet, and you humans, we're polluting the planet. If we were gone for any real length of time, the Earth would just cover up any existence, any evidence that we were ever here.
That's what I think about. Are we going to be dinosaurs? Are people going to just find us, dig us up, and then go, you know, what? This was,
what was this?
Negatoris Simonis here. Well, this was,
or worse, if there's just never anyone to ever dig us up. Dude. It just goes on
some kind of big head.
just some vines covering shit.
Some armless brain creature that comes around us. Somebody with white eyes that sees in the dark.
You see on the Discovery Channel recently that whole city that was in the Congo that they're discovering? Did you see that one yet? I mean, I don't know. Maybe someone could help me out, but they basically have seen this thing that is hundreds of miles of a city that has been completely grown over now.
Oh, this stuff we haven't seen or found or anything.
They said deep in the Congo was a civilization that one day just stopped existing because I guess they expanded too much or whatever and they couldn't handle. I don't know exactly what happened.
You think we'll be gone soon? Like New York City will just be gone and somebody will discover it?
Nothing left.
Well, the Congo,
take a broom and go, whoa.
This ancient city, they're discovering like roads and stuff, and it's unbelievable because now the trees have pretty much taken back the forest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was still a part of it, so maybe someone could help me out on the phones.
They'll find like the Empire State Building, like with the little.
And you think with the little brush?
With the little brush. Wait a minute.
Just like he'll be digging a little hole and just see the tip of the antenna from the Empire State Building and go, I think I found something. There may be something under here.
Jerry, come here. His name's still Jerry.
Help me dig.
7,000 years from now, it's Jerry. Jerry.
It's still a goddamn Jerry. It's not like a Sarnak or something. It'll be Jerry.
Charles, come here. I found something.
Not some weird futuristic name. It's still Jerry.
And Jerry in the year 7,000. Jerry. Albert, come here. Albert in the year 7,000. I'm from the future. What's your name? Pete.
Pete,
what year are you from? 12,006.
Pete?
Pete. Your name is Pete.
Oh, I get it. You took a name from our time so as to make us more comfortable. What's your real name? Nah. Just Pete.
Pete. How you doing? Well, my name is Pete from the future.
Shit don't change. Just doesn't. You're absolutely right, Patrice. 12,000 fucking years from now, there's just going to be Pete and Bob and Ed.
I think his name's going to be Doppler.
And they're still going to work. And they're still going to want to drink on the weekend.
And still no flying cars.
No flying car, no Mylar suits.
Of course.
That's why I want to live forever. That's the only reason I want to live forever. Just to see stuff.
Yeah.
Damn
something different.
Just to see, the Jetsons.
The change.
Damn.
Because it's still the same. Rig, the cars look great and all, but that's the same motherfucking thing we're in that the Henry Ford was puttering around on back in the early 1900s.
I mean, we can fly, so there's possibilities, you're
but
be able to,
how much has the plane changed since the Wright brothers took off? It's the same.
I think a lot, probably. Man.
Yeah, but the principle, all the same. Where's just the hovering
principle of nature, right? Yeah.
Where's still just the flying car? Where's the hovering thing? Where's the jetpack? We were promised a jetpack.
We were promised a jetpack.
We were promised the jetpack and flying cars.
Where is the jetpack?
Pete, when will it? We still don't have that thing down. I'm sorry, guys.
What? The what?
The jetpack.
I think that we do.
Why?
But we're not responsible enough to have the jetpack
or the flying car.
Can you imagine if all of a sudden? Can you imagine if all of a sudden a store opened up and you could get your jetpack tomorrow?
People falling out of the sky.
We gotta be prepared for jetpacking.
That's
yeah.
The
You're probably right. Yeah.
And flying cars is another thing.
Some of this technology, I think you have to wait for everyone around you to catch up to you.
You think we're ready for 16 lanes of traffic stacked up on top of each other like they're in Star Wars?
They're ready, man, but they're just waiting for us to develop more.
Yeah,
they're ready.
We stink.
Who's they?
If you had if you had your own,
you're letting Patrice in on the secret.
Here's what I want to say about they. This is the thing, like aliens, right, Opie?
Yeah.
The thing I go like this. This whole thing about aliens. And that we know there's aliens, like the government.
Mm-hmm.
But the government's made up of people. So you think there's people out there that see aliens and they just keep it to themselves. They go home. Hey, we got a secret here. I know there's aliens, but I got my shit together where I don't say there's aliens.
Right. That's a great way to look at it.
You know what I mean?
You know why? Because people think those people that know are constantly in brick windowless buildings. What about when he's at a cookout with his family or something?
Nigga, I saw...
That's when it would come out.
And they got brains. and they got big eyes. Like it's like like these dudes are so like the president knows there's aliens and they're keeping it secret from little old stupid us.
He's not picking up the phone when he's in his secured office. Got to use this swipe card to get into and going, yes, there's aliens. I see them. They're here in the building. But when he's bowling,
sweetie, how was your day today? Oh, I gotta keep a secret, but that bitch,
I can't. I gotta tell you this one.
Just make me a steak, cause all right, don't tell nothing. Don't say shit, sweetie. Don't tell your dumb friends at work. These niggas got big eyes and 4 feet.
God damn. Absolutely.
I've been into alien talk for years, but I've never seen it.
Conspiracy my ass.
Like it's no aliens. We've never seen them. They don't have them.
No.
Somebody would. It's just too much for a human being to deal with.
Bunch of rats. It's all we are.
Everybody's
we love
cooler.
yapping. We love yapping.
Yeah.
Right. You want to be the guy that tells something
and
new
even
to
if
someone.
the guy, he saw aliens, you know, what makes it funny in my stupid thinking is, you know, he still has to wait for a table at a restaurant. Because
you would say, they go, boy, if I just told this guy.
You would think you could pull out that card and they'd be like, yeah, it's great.
Well,
but it's still a half hour. It's still a half hour wait. I don't give a fuck.
Nice.
But you don't understand. I've seen the alien.
I've seen the alien.
You think you hint like, I think I could get a table. I drove all the way from Roswell to come to your place, Roswell, New Mexico.
Dude, you know, I think about that with people with special jobs on this planet, and they still have to go through bullshit. They still have to wait in traffic and wait for a cab and all that. Remember Jim Norton was telling us that he lives in that apartment complex with that brilliant physicist or whatever?
Oh,
or,
yeah.
Was it a physicist? Or,
yeah, that Asian guy.
Asian guy is brilliant, string theory, all that. Supposedly he's smarter than just about anyone out there.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy and I were walking home once, and the guy was just kind of walking around Central Park and getting on one of those buggy things.
Into one of those little rickshaw bicycle things they have?
Yeah. And Jimmy's like, no one has a clue that guy is one of the smartest guys on Earth. And he's just taking a rickshaw.
Yeah.
Just taking one because
we give ourselves way too much credit, like people credit for that. Like,
yeah.
You know, if there was going to be an asteroid to hit, that there's a bunch of people that's just so much cooler than us as the end of the world extinction event is getting ready to happen.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, get our thing together because we're going to save the Earth. It's like, oh, Lord, we're going to die. You know what I mean? It's just...
We watched the whole breakdown during the hurricane. I mean, we watched a very small-scale version of that. You would think that when that many people need that much help, that the government has the planes and everyone's waiting to swoop up nameless people that know their mission to swoop in and help everyone. And everyone was like, is that your job? Who, the mayor, the governor? But then didn't you ask for the... we got it. It's here, but we just got to gather it up and it's got to go here. Who? What? No one knew shit. And that told me right then and there that there ain't no alien hidden in Roswell.
No.
There ain't no secret plans. There's no conspiracy.
No.
We didn't go to the moon. We went to the fucking moon. It's not a bit. I love the people that say, no, if you notice there's a set and they're props. And you think that many people are holding their tongue and I was there when they filmed it. It's fake. It was all done. Yeah. It was actually done by Disney in a studio by the Cape, and that's why they gave them the property to build Disney World on. And why?
The only thing I believe, conspiracy-wise, theory, is that they hold medicine. They hold cures for disease.
Oh,
for money purposes. That's the only thing I go.
Now, how would that be a money-making thing if they?
Well,
hold
because medicine is money. Medicine is money.
That,
so if you withhold, what if you found a cure for the common cold?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody would kill you.
Oh, because there's so many cold remedies.
Stand would go out of business. Bayer would go out of business. There's like things that make zillions in this country.
Treating a disease is more profitable than curing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So conspiracy-wise, I think that there's just a lot of cures that, you know, it's more money to keep you alive with cancer than actually.
Oh my God! Like if there's a cure,
rid of it.
There's a cure for cancer out there, but people getting treated for it spend so much money.
Yeah, but there's so many opportunities out there. Why wouldn't you start up a company where you go, fuck y'all, I got the cure for the common cold.
Well, that's where FDA comes in. That's where they go
out of business.
That's where the government goes, oh, this is some bullshit.
But now I'm going to bite you with your own shit now.
Patrice. All right, go ahead.
How about the guy or the guys that came up with it? I'm sure one of them got cancer. You think he's going to sit there and go, well, God damn it, I'll keep my secret. No, I can't get the cure because I'll fuck up our whole...
He just takes a swig of cancer juice. He kills himself. It's just, that's all he does.
He'd be running out going, there's a cure, motherfucker.
Yeah.
So they're all in on it. What about the wife then?
They would make him a loon. Like, I think the government can make you a loon. If they want to.
So all crazy people got the cure.
Got the cure. Oh, that nutty
because
fool.
you say if he gets it, then they just drink the cancer juice and keep their secret.
What
about his daughter gets it?
Why would you want to get rid of?
What about his daughter's? His daughter's husband gets it.
Then that's
their
where it
kids
stops.
get it. Now someone's going to start running out and going, but there's a cure, but
Anthony,
these motherfuckers...
If they cured the common cold,
right?
How many people would go out of bed? Listen, like the oil.
Right.
Why do they keep oil around when we got cars now that we can plug in or we can use the sun?
The second the oil actually did run out, you would see shit come out of the woodwork. Not because we have it there waiting in the wings, because we've always been, the necessity has been the mother of invention thing. We wait until just like individuals, us as a whole, we kind of wait till we really need the shit before we put 100% into
because we depend on each other. You can't.
We have oil. Why bother with the hybrids really pushing them? Why bother with the solar and wind power? Yeah, we put a few windmills here to show that we can kind of do
That's why all this stuff has to come in nice and slow.
But it's oil. If the oil ran out tomorrow, you'd see some fucking Phineas J. Whoopi motherfucking scientist. I figured out how to separate the hydrogen from fucking hair follicles. There'd be a new power source. We'd be pumped the next day. You'd see some Arab selling you fucking some kind of fuel made out of hair tonic.
I just think that...
Willie Nelson's got something going on.
Willie Nelson's
I'm telling you. Need a trucker to call. I saw it on 60 Minutes or...
Is it the French fry oil?
It's some kind of oil thing they made.
I've seen the French fry oil running in modified diesel engines. These guys go around. They modified a diesel engine to
Willie
take
Nelson started a whole company,
vegetable oil. So now these guys, one guy drives around. He'll go to like a Chinese restaurant where they dump their fat in the back and say, "Can I have your fat?" And then they take it, melt it down, put it in their car, and run it.
Now you don't think, right, that right now we can just have a bunch of cars that run on vegetable oil, and I'm sure vegetable oil smoke is not as dangerous as fossil fuel. You know what I mean? But it's like people will go out of business, man. So I think what the government does a lot. The only where I go conspiracy theory type of thing.
Yeah.
Is you're like, I don't think they try to really put things in black people's sodas and to kill us for real, because it's just too easy for other people to get a hold of it and die. You know what I mean? But I think that they keep you from we don't get cures for certain disease. I mean, to keep the common cold around is just a lot of money. Like AIDS might have been a big mistake when they invented it.
Yeah.
Because that's like the Blob. Some things are like the Blob.
Yeah, it just got away from you.
Here we go. This is what Willie Nelson's up to.
All right.
I didn't want to speak because I don't have too much info on this. Dennis, go ahead.
Yeah, Willie Nelson, he makes biodiesel, and what they do is they make it out of crops like sugar beets. They take the oil out of sugar beets and convert it into biodiesel. It's made from crops, so it saves the American farmer, and they make diesel out of it.
Yeah.
And supposedly it runs cleaner, it's better lubricant, all those things.
And there's a bunch of you truckers out there actually filling up on this stuff.
Sure, Willie Nelson's even got a truck stop.
Yeah, what's the truck stop?
Excuse me?
Where's that truck stop? Because that's the one they featured on this news show.
It's somewhere in Texas. I've never been there.
Yeah, and you can fill up right there with Willie Nelson's.
See what I'm saying? They probably call it Willie Nelson's crazy old coupe gas. Why isn't that as big as it should be? The biggest thing in the world right now.
Because
we
oil
should
is right
leave
there.
Iraq because of that.
Because oil is right there. It's right here, and it works
not
great.
Right there. Beets are right there, Anthony. Not oil.
You know how many beets you gotta fucking grow? Do you know how many beets to take up all the oil?
Beets are there.
To where we can say, fuck you to you and your oil, we got beets.
I got beets,
There'd be a beet growing in front of you right now. There'd be beets every fucking flat space in this country would have to have a beet growing on it. To fuel the amount of shit.
I got beets and potatoes. Who needs your effing war? Beats. That's what I'm saying. Do you understand how big a news that is? But it's this old crazy some truck driver calls in and crazy old coot Willie Nelson, who investigated by IRS and he smokes weed. What old crazy knucklehead?
Here's Jeremy. He actually drives on biodiesel. Jeremy.
Hey, One, what's going on, guys?
What up?
Hey, I've been running biodiesel for about 6 months, and I actually got to meet Willie. The only difference is it smells like chicken. The diesel or the fuel itself smells like chicken, but it ups your fuel mileage and everything because we only get like 6.2 miles to the gallon, and you put bio in there and you get like 7.9, 8.3.
And what's it made out of?
It's made out of soybean oil.
Look at that. Soybean, huh?
Yeah.
Soybeans.
A lot of soy.
But they're there. Soybeans are there.
There are so many alternatives that are out there. But everything right now
the economy would
running
be
on oil.
affected too much. You can't just
Why?
You can't just all of a sudden start pumping beef
juice
and soy into your gas tank.
Actually, you could.
Thank you, sir.
No, but I'm just saying, too many families depend on the industry, the oil, the oil
What,
industry.
to heat their homes? Heated on beet juice, baby.
Beets?
My house smells like chicken. Fantastic.
You can go
Soybean
to
and beets.
Walmart and buy a 5-gallon bucket of vegetable oil, pour it in a diesel.
You know how many people would be unemployed if all of a sudden you just said, tomorrow we're going to stop using... That's what I'm saying. That's the only reason.
There you go.
So that's why when this new technology comes out, it has to be a slow build. A really slow build.
That's the point that I was making about the
Detroit.
medicine. It's like, it's
Could you
too
imagine
much
Detroit
money.
would shut down if all of a sudden you said, hey, we're not using gas starting tomorrow?
No, well, they would still make cars, but they would just make beet juice cars.
But you have to rebuild the factories or build new
Right, you
ones.
got to retool. A lot of things got to change.
Everything. You can't just start, stop this one day and start.
I don't care what this guy's saying.
Tomorrow.
Your fuel tank in your house, if you fill it up with miso soup, that motherfucker is not gonna heat your house.
And that's the problem. You got to think about, how it's going to affect the economy.
But if we needed it tomorrow, if all the oil ran out tomorrow, you'd see how quick everything would change.
Going back to your common cold thing, how many people depend on the cold medicines for, putting food on their...
not cure it. Right.
That's what I'm saying.
To relieve it.
Yeah.
But it's like...
But I'm saying, but if you came out with the cure for the common cold, like you said, all those other companies that depend on that now go out of business. All those people that work for those companies are unemployed, and it affects the economy. We're fucked.
But I don't think the people at the top care about the employment, to be honest with you. I don't think it does. I think these people don't care about employment. I think they just care about their money. I don't think oilmen give a shit about, whether their people are working. They lay off thousands a day. It's like Verizon just laid off 47,000 people. Nice talking to you.
No,
we don't need you no more.
Yeah, I understand.
Bye-bye.
But
work for Sprint.
I understand that, but it continues. It filters down, though.
Oh man, I just think I don't know.
That shit happens all the time. You're right, but the industry as a whole is still intact. You can't take the whole industry away.
I think we should get out of this whole oil thing. We should look into beet juice, look into soybeans, miso soup.
Hold on now.
But look at the people.
Because China, we're going to get into China wants oil. They want oil bad enough. They are the big problem. They want it bad enough to fight us for it. And we need to start using beet juice and running off of this bio oil stuff so we can get out of the war game, man. Get into another game because we're going to be in trouble behind this oil.
Beet juice for freedom.
Beet juice
what we need. Al Qaeda doesn't like beets. We gotta beat Al Qaeda with beets.
We gotta beat.
We beat him with beets.
Jesus.
Mike in New Mexico. Go ahead, Mike.
Hey, that biodiesel is not made out of beet juice. It's made out of soybean oil.
All right, so now we got soybean oil. We got beets,
sugar beets, soybean, chicken grease.
It's not made out of sugar beets.
There's
no oil in sugar beets.
So it's soybean.
It's just soybeans.
All right.
And gas is made out of.
All right, we got one more trucker from Texas, Randall. Randall.
Hey man, how y'all doing?
All right, what do you know about the biodiesel?
Okay, well I just left Carl's Corner here in Texas, and that's where Willie Nelson's truck stop is.
That was the one that was featured on 60 Minutes or whatever it was.
Right.
Yeah.
First of all, Willie Nelson did not create biodiesel. Biodiesel has been around for 2 or 3 years. Willie Nelson just found out about it last year, and he started speaking out about it. Right now you can buy biodiesel that's mixed with soybean oil. You can buy it with a 20% mix with your regular diesel.
Now, sir, can I ask you a question? Why is this not, why isn't this humongous news? Why doesn't everybody in the world, or everybody in this country at least, thinking about putting soybeans in their car because of all this nonsense going on? Why is this not news?
Hey, check this out. Diesel was invented to run off of peanut oil. Diesel engines have been around for, 40, 50 good years, as it's running off of diesel, but it was originally created to run off of peanut oil. The biodiesel...
From George Washington Carver? With his goddamn peanuts?
See?
Him and that fucking peanut.
See how we do?
See? We said, we don't need your fucking oil.
We don't need your black peanut oil, boy!
That's George Washington Carver going, hey, your diesel engine will run on this. I figured out how to get the oil out of a peanut. Oh, good work there, pal.
What's a nigga gotta do?
Right.
What does the nigga gotta do to get his peanuts used up in this motherfucker?
That's how he looked at it, too.
God damn!
Oh, great. Well, when he was growing up, he was the hero of the black community, and as far as my history books went. The only black guy I ever knew of in history was George Washington Carver.
Doing
That was the only one they taught us.
Do you see how that's the...
Well, when the white man discovers the peanuts, then we'll acknowledge
that's when a white guy gets to, but
nothing else.
What does a nigga have to do?
What's a nigga gotta do?
He's in there, he's got it. I can save you guys a lot of wars and a lot of hassle.
Get you out of this bullshit.
This car can run on a peanut, you idiot, and I got it.
Use the peanut, baby.
How about a future with no pollution? I got it right here. And no one's listening. Shut up.
What is this so sad?
Crazy Negroes doing something with a peanut over there.
Cuckoo. Oh, crazy old Negroes. See, but why? Why, Anthony? Why?
I love it.
Why, Opie? Why?
I don't
know. Why?
I love it.
I don't
Why?
Old George Bush. Here's something else you guys might be interested in. Y'all were talking about the Chinese wanting our oil and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a big
did
problem.
You know that they were coming into the state of Colorado next year to start drilling for their own oil and natural gas and bringing in their own equipment, bringing in their own workers.
Oh, yeah?
I'm telling you,
President Clinton.
Chinese?
In the end, China's going to be the real problem.
But but here's the thing this is why I love racism. Because in the end, the world, the white people are not going to let Chinese people be the leaders of the world. No. It's not going to happen.
China. We're going to have somebody to build a railroad tracks.
Here's a little, with their little hiney hats on, those pointy things.
Yes.
Give them opium again.
Dock that chink a day's pay for napping on the job. Blazing saddle. Guy collapses from the heat. Dock him a day's pay.
Dock this chink.
Right on.
Here's the problem with China, though. If I could sum it up quickly. The same thing that happened with the Soviet Union. China is moving into this, actually last century. They're finally moving into it. They're using fuel. They're modernizing. Their urban centers are branching out to areas that used to just be rice paddies and little communities that were almost tribal for so many years. The same thing that happened to the Soviet Union will eventually happen to them. It's good because they make more money. They become more powerful in the world. It's bad because it's hard to keep their people under control when they're able to see what's going on in the rest of the world. That's what happened with the Soviet Union. When they could keep their people shut up, don't look at this. Here's our TV, here's our radio, here's our music, here's our clothing. This is what you wear, this is what you do. The second technology caught up, satellites. They started getting broadcasts from outside the Soviet Union and started thinking, hey, this ain't as bad as they're saying out there. That's when it all turned on the Soviets.
But that depends on
what?
The people.
Right.
Because I don't know Chinese people that well.
Fucking people.
But look at Iraq, man. Iraqi people don't want democracy. They need a dictator. They need somebody to be. Was there any suicide, any insurgents when Saddam was in office?
Iron-fisted motherfucker. That guy would rape your family, kill you.
There was none of that.
Yep.
Democracy, and now it's like we're trying to make this a democratic state or whatever, and they're going insane. Chinese people have been under control since the Ming Dynasty for 10,000 years. They'll stay under control. They don't have babies because they're told not to.
Right.
They're obedient.
But if you start letting in other cultures and ideas to these people, that's when they start going a little crazy. Saddam wouldn't even let that. That's why those people are so, why they didn't freak out like the Soviet Union and want freedom and rise up against, because they were cut off. There ain't no fucking, you don't go to get 120 fucking channels of TV in your rock hut in your fucking Flintstone house in Baghdad. That thing's just a big hollowed out rock with a rock roof.
Watching some lady with her eyes covered up watching SNL. Who's this Eddie Murphy? He's been around for years, baby.
You run in a house in Baghdad and the same fireplace and table goes past you 20 times. Like a rock house.
Let's go to Idaho. Matt, the final word on biodiesel.
Hey, what's up?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm a farmer and a truck driver, man. It takes diesel to fuel the tractors to plant the shit. It takes diesel on the tractors to tend the crops, and then it takes a shitload of energy to manufacture it. It's just basically the same thing as that corn liquor methanol. It's an additive, and until fuel prices really get up there and until they can manufacture enough to run their own tractors, it really isn't all that effective.
Yeah, that's what they say about a lot of these alternative fuel sources. It takes, to make the alternative fuel source, they use fuel.
But that's more cuckoo. That's more.
Is it more
that's
cuckoo?
More stuff on. Oh, cuckoo.
He's crazy.
Right. Yeah, he's a nutty guy. It doesn't, it's just.
Well, the people
I'm with you with the whole job thing, and I'm with you. I just believe.
I'm not saying it's right, but that's one reason why we don't push a lot of this stuff, forward fast.
Remember Ed Begley Jr. driving his electric car until everybody realized that he had to plug it in somewhere to charge it.
Right.
And where's the power in the wall coming from? The power plant that's running turbines that runs on fuel, on oil.
Right.
So he's just kind of eliminating the refining process from the fuel to his car.
Right.
And just using electricity. But it's everything in this world right now runs on oil. That's just the way it is. And it ain't going to change.
We should break. We're way late. And we got Francine here.
God, I wanted to bring up the typewriter issue.
All right, we'll do it.
Why is the W next to the Q? I don't get it.
It's kind of, it has to do with what we're talking about. Yeah. It's the fact that Patrice is talking about how things have to change over time. But what happened to the powerful typewriter people? Why didn't they stop the production of computers? Because look at all the jobs that were lost to the people that worked at the typewriter factory.
But they didn't know, because typewriters, the idea of keyboards are the same as a typewriter. They didn't change the.
So this is just a futuristic brought from Pete typewriter.
It's just a big. It's just a fancy old typewriter. That's all it is. So it didn't mess the typewriter people up. It's the same concept.
You think the typewriter people all went to work at computer places? Or you think the guy that used to fucking mold the L? You think he's working on fucking processes now? I mold the L. I'm the L guy.
I was the guy.
But even that was a slow transition.
Semicolon.
There was a time we were still using typewriters and computers. That's what I'm saying. I mean, there's stuff we could be doing now, but it just takes time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you think there's that's funny. Now, you think there's anybody out there that's sitting there going, I lost everything because there's effing computer
shit.
People are losing jobs no matter what, but you just can't stop it in one day.
Whiteout. How bad did whiteout take a hit? Who uses fucking whiteout anymore?
I think somebody has to still use whiteout. I think people do.
Of course someone's got to use it, but you think the truckloads of whiteout are leaving the factory? Keep them rolling! We can't get enough of this shit in the stores! Or you think like Mr. Whiteout's on the phone.
Where? All right, now I'll bring it by myself. I got it. I got Dropbox in the trunk.
Well, do you guys?
It's one guy in a pickup truck.
Well, you guys know how to get in touch with the Monkeys guy, because he owns Whiteout.
He's the Whiteout guy, right?
Yeah. You ask him how it's going.
Yeah, Mike Nesmith or something. He's the Whiteout guy.
Ask him how the Whiteout's going.
Fucking computers killed me.
We got to break. We have to break.